everyone, this is Maki. On May 18th, a stage welcome for Gundam Seed Freedom was held in Japan. This event was both to thank the audience as the movie's theatrical run came to an end, and to celebrate its significant box office success. The director, Mitsuo Fukuda, and the voice actors, who brought the characters to life, shared their memories. A message card from Mitsuo Fukuda was also distributed. Today, I would like to analyze the content of the stage greeting and Fukuda's message. Please note that we will be discussing spoilers from the movie. If you prefer to watch the movie without prior information, we recommend that you watch this program after watching the movie. We have received an urgent message from Albert Heinlein. There is an unidentified communication disturbance. It involves extremely advanced technology, and there is a 92% chance that it was not caused by the Eurasian Federation or Blue Cosmos. Please press the channel registration button to emergency launch Gilgut Menace. Just before this stage greeting, some troubling news was announced. It was revealed that Kenichi Suzumura, the voice actor for Shinosuke, would be absent due to health issues. Although the details were not revealed, his doctor advised him to rest, which led to his absence. To make up for Suzumura's absence, or perhaps coincidentally it was announced at the last minute that Jun Fukuyama would be making an appearance. Fukuyama is the voice of Albert Heinlein. He said the following: "I'm nervous to appear in a supporting role alongside the main characters. However, I'm a nimble warrior who likes to participate when called upon. That's who I am." Fukuyama shared some entertaining stories that livened up the atmosphere. His anecdote about elementary school was particularly memorable. "When I was in elementary school, I wrote an essay about my dream for the future. It was to have a job creating Gundams one day. By participating in this movie, the dream has come true." Ryu Goto, who worked as a screenwriter for Seed Freedom, also wrote the novel version. In the novel, Albert is described as the person who developed freedom and justice and is almost worshipped as a god among engineers. This background was shared with Fukuyama during his performance coaching. Director Fukuda told Fukuyama, "It seems you used geese on me." Geese is an element of the anime called Geese, another robot anime produced by Sunrise, the same company behind the Gundam series. Fukuyama voices the protagonist in Code Geass. The power of Geass, also known as the power of kings, allows one to interfere with the thoughts of others. Fukuda joked that Fukuyama's Geass forced him to fulfill Fukuyama's childhood dream. Fukuyama replied, "I was surprised to hear the word geese come out of your mouth," drawing laughter from the audience. Although they were produced by the same company, Fukuyama was surprised to hear a term from a different anime. In the story of Seed Freedom, there is a scene where a code manipulates Kiro's mind to accomplish a conspiracy. It's quite an amusing parallel. The moment when each cast member shared their thoughts on Seed Freedom was truly memorable. Soichiro Hoshi, who voices Kira Yamato, expressed his gratitude for his good fortune. Opportunities to audition for roles in the Gundam series are extremely rare. Even those with proven experience and talent often don't get the chance. In such a situation, he considered it a great stroke of luck to get the role of Kira Yamato. Kira appears frequently in various games, making him the character Hoshi has spent the most time voicing in his career. Hoshi enthusiastically told the audience several times, "This is not the end." His speech left fans hopeful that the Seed series will continue. Akira Ishida, who voices Athranzar, spoke honestly about the film. "It's really nice that Seed has been embraced for so long. I'm focusing on the situation where a fictional war in the cosmic era has resonated with many people. It feels like the real world is beginning to resemble that fictional war. The fact that it has such realism and is accepted by so many fans is gratifying. However, this situation may not be very positive. It might be the sin inherent in humanity. Because it's an element that exists in people's hearts, they might unconsciously accept it. Sorry, I should have talked about something more cheerful." Director Fukuda then said to Ishida, "You analyze things just like Athran. You're indeed the perfect person to voice Athran." It became clear that Ishida's way of thinking was very similar to Athran's. This could be a clue as to what Athran and Kagori might decide to do after the events of the movie. Rie Tanaka, who voices Lars crying, talked about the long-term aspect of the series. "I dye my hair to match the color of Lars. My hairdresser told me that she was born around the time the Gundam CTV anime started airing. Her father liked to watch Seed, and she started watching the Seed series on his recommendation. She said that she really enjoyed the release of Seed Freedom. It makes me so happy to know that the series is being enjoyed across generations, from father to daughter. For me, Seed started with singing Lars songs at the audition. I'm looking forward to performing as Lars in the concert this July, so please look forward to it." The theme of passing on from parent to child also appears in Seed Freedom. In the story distributed as a bonus to moviegoers, Kira and Lars are seen together by the sea, warmly greeted by Kira's parents. Kira's parents are actually his adoptive parents, so there is no blood relationship between them and Lars. However, Kari Yamato and the others' love for Kira is genuine, as is their love for Lars. In the movie, Lars says love does not come from the state of being needed. It is because of the feeling of love that one is needed. Even without the genetic condition, their parents' love for Kira and Lars is genuine. It is not bound by the condition of genetics. It is the presence of love that makes a kind family. Tanaka's comments fit perfectly with the theme of the film. Hiro Simono, the voice of Opning, spoke about the character himself. "People have not only strengths, but also weaknesses. It's because everyone has some flaws that human nature comes out and becomes attractive. Even though Opning is hated as a villain, I love his existence." Opning was a villain against Kira. He was also a character with many inner conflicts. He wore a golden ring on his finger. This ring symbolized his role as a world leader alongside Lars crying. At the beginning of the movie, Opning is seen sinking into the water. Fukuda mentioned that the opening scene is a dream Opning has. Did you know this? In that scene, Opning is not wearing the ring. Opning has always had a gold ring on his right hand. But in the dream, he doesn't have the ring on. He is sinking into the water, reaching for the surface. Did he really want to be a world leader? Kira had incredibly powerful skills and talents as a mobile suit pilot. However, Kira did not want to fight. If Opning was designed to be a character in contrast to Kira, then this opening scene becomes very interesting. Wolfie's feelings about the warlord has forced on him. The scene where Wolfie gets angry and screams during the final battle can be seen as Wolfie's flaw. However, it is through this flaw that we can find the charm of Wolfie as a character. Let's take a look at Fukuda's message card. From here, we'll discuss spoilers related to the audience bonus. If you want to get the audience bonus and read it yourself, I recommend that you stop the program at this point. Now let's review the message. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to everyone who has watched Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom. Thanks to the enjoyment of so many people, we were able to show the movie in theaters for over 3 months. We achieved the highest attendance and box office in the Gundam series. We owe this success to those who have loved the Seed series for so long. I also appreciate the fact that some people watched the movie several times. The production of the movie was announced in 2006. Despite many accidents, many staff members and cast members continued their passion for the project. Young staff members also participated in the production of Seed Freedom. Seed Freedom was born out of immense passion. It was really wonderful to be reunited with the audience after 20 years. There are elements that couldn't be fully depicted in the story. However, the story of Hiro and Lars has come to an end. Although it may seem like a movie full of festival-like developments, it is actually a legitimate sequel to See Destiny. The story that Chiaki Morosawa left before she died has been brought to life. It is likely that the Gundam Seed series will continue. As long as the passion of those who love this work continues, it will continue. In addition to thanking the fans and staff, there was a hint at the continuation of the Seed series. The story of Amaro Ray and Shao Aznavour came to a conclusion with Shao's counterattack. Kira Yamato and Lars Klein's story came to an end with Seed Freedom. However, the message raised expectations that the Seed series would continue to evolve. Let's look forward to the development of the Seed series from here. Thank you for watching to the end. See you next time.